And okay, you might be acting. Hey, you doing a usual live stream, or you're doing a live stream of a story live stream, man. I hope you got good stories. Okay, no. I'm dead doing something no one had ever done before in live streams. Live stream reviews. There's usually reviews that they'll like be 1 hour or they're like 1 hour or 30 minutes. Man, yeah, there are no live stream reviews. So, one movie I'm gonna review today: the BFG and Paddington. Let's talk about both of these films. They're both based off a book, and well, I don't know anything about. But when I watched them, I actually liked it. Who didn't like the BFG movie adaptation? So let's talk about it. Okay. We're going to spoil territory. So, if you're watching this right now, uh, let's do it. Okay. The story started off with a girl named Sophie, who hear the child missing child reports throughout the England. Uh, she had tried to figure this out to herself until she stumbled across the BFG, Big Friendly Giant. And, oh, well, let's just say this way. The BFG took her to her world being
Anyone else
giant.
have a mic?
And that's actually kind of cool. They're taking the plot of Giants, but they're making it a little kid-friendlier this time.
What's up?
BFG tried to explain what the other giants are. There's a bone killer, child chewer, God, man, I don't remember any of their names. Okay, I know one of them is Butcher Boy. Okay, they talk about how the giants are bad and everything.
What's up, guys?
They talk about how throughout the movie they're the one actually eating the children in during the night. Hurry up, man! I gotta get a pistol. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna at least try to explain the story, man. No one never had done this before. The BFG kind of made her a nightmare where the giant eat her. They they after that, she woke up to see the BFG eating, and it's not funny the first time, but the second time I will explain. Okay, the BFG eats this, fizzy drink where, he farts on the outside instead of burping. Okay, he farted. It wasn't funny the first time, right? Okay, yeah, man, I'm being distracted, man. I the game that is boring. The, BFG, apart from the, instead of burping, he farts with the drink. You think of it like the fizzy lipping drink from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, no matter what you want. Okay, we got and then one of the giants came in. He's asking for a booby. He's asking for healing it. And and then during the scene, he's like, "You are a disgrace to giant country." And we're like, "That's sad." We're like, "Oh." The the giant takes Sophie to this little place he do during the day where he makes dreams. They go to the place where he gets the dreams. He's the only one that hear it. What they're actually saying. That was actually a good thing to watch. If the, no, I'm not even talking about the animated movie. If you guys are asking. Okay, like they see a nightmare. Nightmare exists in this little giant country where they go put a boy dream. They put the boy dream in, and then they like talk about it a little bit until they actually see the giant. The giants actually are the ones taking the children and stuff, and they eat them. Okay, like the BFG planning on leaving her. She somehow thinks she had a dream, but she falls off, and then the BFG capture her. Then they come up with a plan. The plan they come up with is getting the Queen of England. And okay, let's talk about the BFG. How the giants speak. The BFG speak differently, and it's actually kind of interesting to watch. Like you see one scene where like the evil giants are actually afraid of water, so like he starts saying there'd be a cloud puffer be raining. Like that was the best part about that. The way they speak, they don't know their vocabulary. They come up with a plan. The giant messed up his work. And the plan is they're gonna get the Queen of England act their like I think their government, their army to like capture the giant so they can like never be dealt with again. With the BFG the only one being in giant country. They get the Queen by putting a nightmare in her about the giant eating the children. It's actually kind of weird when you look at it. And it's actually great to look at it in a way that is kind of weird. They look at it, Sophie tells about the BFG. Now here's the funny thing. Like, okay, the BFG go to the dinner party, and this was like the best scene in the movie, I'm gonna just tell you that. Like, the BFG started eating, like, human food, he was like, this is grumpdubly umptious. Like, that's kind of weird, because Willy Wonka used that. I guess we could, like, say the two worlds connect. They get the giants, they captured the giants, and now they don't have to deal with it no more. With, Sophie saying goodbye to the BFG. And how it ends, they end with this thing with the BFG owning, now making a farm. And that's it. Now let me talk about what is great about it. How it have fun being a good live-action adaptation of the book. I read the book last year, and it was actually great. And I have to say, my third best Roald Dahl movie of all time. I haven't saw the animated one yet. Maybe we could like do a old versus remake on that. Like the person playing the BFG, he have a lot of fun with this. He play a good BFG, I can tell you that. The second movie, Paddington. Now, here's another thing. Okay, let's talk about a little origin about myself. Okay, been 10 minutes, man. If I was like, okay, Paddington Bear, I thought that was gonna be like the next Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because you're basing it off a book or cartoon, because it looked like something from a cartoon we'll come up with. I think Britain, because it do take place in Britain. Sorry for leaving the game out. Like Paddington Bear based off the book series. I think it's not a series no more. I think they turned. We're getting like, I heard they're getting making a third one. I never watched the second one yet. If I bet it's good, like the first movie. The Paddington Bear based off this British book series. He kind of like Winnie the Pooh, but make Winnie the Pooh in the real world. The story started off with a little film sonography about this explorer, a British explorer who met the bears called Lucy and Uncle Pazuzu. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Right. A few days later, this bear called Paddington. He's actually related to them. Actually, they actually did explain what happened to Paddington's parents, and later in the story, but we'll talk about that a little. Oh no, man, we're not talking about that at all. A bit. All we wanted to go on. They always wanted to go to London. They even learned how to speak in London. Well, you haven't talked about the word London, like you not. You don't know a lot about the London slang. Like you got spastic, that is a British term for like disabled people. Then you got like if you watch like the English dubs of like Dragon Ball, the one of the Dragon Ball movies that take place like in the first arc, you go all the way to the Red Ribbon Army arc, and there's this one scene where Bulma skirt like he's wearing like it's the scene where Bulma about to show Goku like little panties, and yeah, I know, man, I just did a whole video on it. I even had to make jokes. Don't act like I did. Know this. And it went like, okay, I won't say the word they said in the British version. By the way, the voices are still the same. They're just some words are like different. Let's get back to Paddington. Okay, Paddington, Uncle Pazuzu dies. Uncle Pazuzu died, with Aunt Lucy not coming with Paddington, where Paddington had to live in London, where Uncle Pazuzu yeah, that was the most thing. That was the only thing I nitpicked. That was the only thing I nitpicked. The rest was just wonder. Like I'm watching the Chronicles of Narnia. I don't like some of the movie, but I think I like the first one. The first one was actually great. Paddington, go to England. Paddington go to Britain, and the people are not kind to him. Kind to him to let him like stay, like let him have a home until like we get. I think the man, what were the characters' name? I need to look that up. Man, I really wish I had a camera because this mic stuff, man. Okay, Paddington. They meet. Paddington meet the Brownses. Like, okay, you first see them. You got the father who's overprotective. He wasn't overprotective before. That's actually the flashback sequence where he like had the motorbike. Paddington. Oh wait. Okay. Paddington. Say hello, and like Mr. Brown said, "Don't look at him. Maybe he's a salmon." And like, I never watched British movie, but I might want to watch some for some reason. No offense. Oh wait, man, I might have to hide. Mrs. Brown's looked at Paddington and he went like, "What kind of bear are you?" And Paddington said he's a kind of rare bear. I never read the books, but man, I don't know that much about Paddington. I only watched the movie. I was planning on like watching the cartoon. Man, I really. Okay, Paddington lived with the Brown. Now, here's the weirdest joke. Like, the first part when, he'll go to, somewhere, and, and then the son said, like an orphanage? Duh! When, okay, it's an orphanage. I know he's, like, a bear that lost his parents. They never actually explained who his parents were. I bet the books actually explain a little bit more. Then the second joke, he went well, it'd be like a place who lost their parents. And then they did the same thing. That was funny. It was a little messed up the first time, but I didn't understand that. They need to find a place. Paddington ain't staying for that long until, Paddington explained, what about the Explorer? There's this little big, let's talk about the villain of this movie. Like, the villain of the movie actually, the Explorer's daughter, and I went oh, that's kind of weird. She actually had a grudge against his family because, oh man, I'm trying to explain this. Like, the villain's father, gave it all away because he couldn't, because he didn't get a specimen, what kind of bear this is. They tried to, he trying to get Paddington to, stuff him. There's even this one funny scene where he was Mr. Brown is trying to say he don't care, Paddington ain't human or something, we're still family. And going if you're gonna get Paddington, you gotta stuff us. We're okay. And I said, what? We're yeah, we're wait, what? Yeah, that's what I said. And we're he starts saying, I haven't stuffed a human before. And I'm oh god, dude. It's crazy, man. That was funny. I know it sounds weird, but it's funny, man. You can't resist a joke like that. The villain, wanted to stuff Paddington. Okay. During the morning, they go out, two of the children are going to school while, Mrs. Brown are trying to find a trying to find this explorer for Patty to live with, and it's actually kind of great. It never like I really like this movie was actually great to watch. There's a pickpocketer, Paddington Catchem. Uh, the father don't believe Paddington, like there's no explorer, and I'm not gonna spoil the rest for you because like I think that me trying to tell you, guys, this is a spoiler. But okay, let's talk about 2D film. First, the BFG. The characters are great. Do you like guys? The girl playing Sophie, she also have a good time playing her role. I'm not one of those reviewers who say child actors are like a little horrible. They're at least trying. They're at least trying to do good. Then like I don't see why people would like criticize the child actors for being bad. They at least try. What do you expect? Their first time. Okay, so okay. Patterson. Okay, check. Okay, then let's switch to Paddington. Ah, god dang it. I lost him. Maybe he's in the water. Man, I'm not leaving in one spot. Like the person playing Paddington, he have a good time too. Like, there's a lot of things I like about this film. This film actually made me smile all the way through. I could tell you that. Like, I never actually see a film that actually made me smile all the way. I really wish they were doing a full thought analysis on, like, Coco. Because that's something I think some of you got ticked for me into doing a little short review of it. Like, the person who produced this was the same person who did, like, I think almost all the Harry Potter films. Uh, like, man, this is the person playing Paddington is actually great. He made like I was expecting. If I'm thinking of a movie that based off a book series, like 2D, that's not they're gonna mess it up. I thought they were gonna mess both of them up for a second. Man, where are they coming from? Man, sometime I have planned on. Okay. Dang. Man, it's like Predator. Sorry, man. I know I'm stopping the review for a minute. Ah! She come down. I swear to God, her. Okay. Now I'm cool. Okay. The actors, like they at least stick to the book. They're not like adding pop culture references or doing something, you know, like something Alvin and the Chipmunk did. That movie at least had a reason why it should be pop culture references. And then you got, like, they at least stick to the original material. They have fun with it. I give both of these movies a, I'm gonna give these movies a 80. Where's my sniper? Oh, there it is. I give this movie a 100%. It's been a long time I actually gave another movie a 100%. You could say I'm like the Rotten Tomato reviewer. But no, yeah. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. I know this review been lazy a little bit. Sorry, man. I've been like a little too distracted. And I actually liked both of these movies, man. These movies, I think they might leave an impact on me. Like, yeah. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up. That was the world to review it here. And